Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that it's just something close to my heart, and I absolutely love seeing this. So obviously here in the UK, Terrifier 3 literally topped the charts. It took over nearly every cinema screening going, and they were all jam-packed, which shows people want this type of horror. They want Art the Clown. They want extreme horror violence, but they want the comedic element to go with it because, again, it's a horror film. It's not to be taken seriously. And seeing that it's the #1 film in the country, not just here in the UK, but in America, that's when you know you got something special on your hands. And this is just going to go even better now for anyone who wants to make a movie. Because Damien Leone, he did an interview where he was like, right, okay, I went to these studios, X, Y, and Z, and he said he went to like 15 movie studios, trying to see if they wanted to come in and all that. They all said, we love the script. Okay, great. But you have to cut out the entire first scene. And you can't do that. Because the first scene sets the stage for the rest of the film. You cut that out, it's not going to go well. And yes, everything what people were thinking about way before when the teaser trailer came out, the little girl behind him, he's got an axe. Yes, that happens. And, you know, it's just like everyone's like, oh my God. And that is the reason why a lot of people left screenings. Because Art the Clown, well, you know, he hacks and chops away. But this is just amazing to see. Talk about a perfect storm. I still can't believe I'm sitting here writing an article about how our little slasher movie is the #1 film in the entire country. Yes, it's true. Terrifier 3 beat all the odds by defeating not only the criminally overly panned Joker 2, but also the modern animated cinematic marvel, The Wild Robot. According to early estimates, Terrifier 3, Damien Leone's Terrifier 3, is estimated to have pulled in $18.2 million over the weekend, easily taking the top spot at the weekend's box office. That is insane. When the first feature-length Terrifier movie came out in 2016, it was made for $50,000. Terrifier 2, that was made for $250,000, made $15.5 million. This one, Terrifier 3, made for $2.5 million, and so far it's made $18.2 million. That's in the States alone. It's #1 in France. It's #1 in the UK. And in France as well, it went and had more screenings and more people attending than Saw 10 and Smile. Now, those are two huge horror movies. Pushed forward, you know, there's so much behind the marketing and everything else. Terrifier 3, what's the marketing? They haven't done any themselves. All they've done is people passing out, people being sick, cinemas putting up warnings on the doors, and it's absolutely amazing. Damien Leone said we had no marketing budget. Everything I was seeing is organic. That's why. And it's absolutely incredible. And with it as well, when I was at my screening and me and my mate were there, and it was full. It was a full house. You know, there was people dressed up as the Pale Girl. We also had Art the Clown, me and a photo of my mate with Art the Clown here. And it's just absolutely insane. We asked a few people as well, like, oh, do you like, because some of them, when they saw Art, they were like, you know, like looking away because they were freaked out. And my mate said, he goes, have you seen the others? No. So why are you coming to see Terrifier 3? And you want to know what their response was? It's made people sick and made people walk out. I want to experience that movie. Perfect. Just pitch perfect marketing, that is. And it's free and it's organic. But as you can see, there was an insane momentum shift when Joker took a critical and fan beating, resulting in a horrific opening and monumental drop-off. Yeah, it opened with like $37 million last weekend, and this week it's dropped 82%. That's insane. And to be honest with you, when you are a sequel to one of the most successful comic book movies ever, and the first R-rated movie in America to make $1 billion, and I think it's like the first 15-rated one over in this country to make $1 billion, it's like, yeah, this is what's going on. People didn't want it. People want horror, and they want the extreme horror because they know it's just a movie. But as you can see by here, it does go on about Rotten Tomatoes and all this kind of stuff. But this is what I like here, what Brad puts out. I've been in this business for 25 years and have never seen anything quite like Terrifier 3. The fans. What I saw this weekend was different than A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Scream, Paranormal Activity, and even Saw. My personal experience was theatres jam-packed with hardcore horror fans all celebrating the rise of Art the Clown and the Terrifier franchise. Yes. And this by here, many dressed head to toe in Terrifier merch and several in full-blown makeup. It is. I've only experienced something like that once before this film, and that was Endgame. I saw the first screening of Endgame in Cardiff, and I think it was like 7:30 in the morning. And it was an IMAX and everything else. There were people dressed up as Captain America, Hawkeye, Scarlet. You know, it was just absolutely me, a Black Widow. There was just everything everywhere, and it was absolutely insane. But with this one, I think because it was obviously a very hardcore horror movie, everyone's like, this is amazing. And it was. And everyone was laughing at the insane gore. You know, something would happen, and if you've seen the film, there's a scene which, let's just say, is butt clenching. Everyone was laughing. And then there's another part directly after that, which, let's just say you see a bit of sausage flying all over the place. And again, that got a laugh, because everyone knows this is just a film. And it's absolutely amazing. But the way that people are going on, and the way that Brad says by there, it's a celebration of horror that felt personal in a way that many people will never understand. As most of you know, Terrifier got his short in Damien Leone's anthology All Hallows Eve before Phil Falcone created the Terrifier franchise. And it's just absolutely amazing. And obviously this will be going forward with Terrifier 4. But this by here, which is absolutely correct. Now, this entire industry is against horror films. Always quick to declare our genre is dead when a single studio-driven horror film flops. Meanwhile, indie horror is as hot and healthy as ever. Longlegs was my favourite film this year until I saw Terrifier 3. Late Night with the Devil, absolutely incredible movie. And that made a killing at the box office. It's also on Shudder now if you got Shudder. But seeing that all these films now, people can go forward and be like, right, I want to make a movie. Doesn't matter if it's horror, romance, or whatever. As long as you make a good movie, you will get it out there now. Because Terrifier 3, made for $2.5 million. No studio was behind it. They're like, right, we're going to do all of this ourselves. Self-finance, self-produce. We're going to do everything we can. Sod Studios. They went out and they've done it. They took down Joker 2, the sequel to $1 billion movie. Again, it did help that that film is shit, but when you see by here as, again, which is very, very true, is, you know, first and foremost, it's controlled by the creators, meaning it's wholly authentic and doesn't have any studio interference. Yeah, when he shopped it around, they wanted to get rid of the entire opening, and he's like, no. They have complete creative control and can drive the franchise and characters in any direction they want. This is so incredibly special in a time where we're watching all the drama unfold of Friday the 13th, yeah, all this lore shit going on, been going on for decades. You got, when's Freddy Krueger gonna come back? Will we ever see another Hellraiser? Is Michael Myers coming back? Will they be remakes, requels, or fake canonized sequels? There's so many things going on, and as it says again right by here, this is the word of the day, I think. Horror movies, when they're done by studios, they are sanitized. Right, you can't have this much gore. People won't like it. You can't have this. You can't have that. You can't make this scary. You can't make that. Perfect example here in the UK. The Woman in Black, starring Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe. When that came out here in the UK, it received a 12A rating. It did have a 15 rating as well, but they said it's too scary. You have to cut down some of the noise. It wasn't the actual jump scares, it was the noise. Oh, that's too terrifying, that's too frightening. It's noise. It's a sound. That's what it is. Like, if you watch a horror film with the volume down, jump scares and all that will not get you. The sound is what makes it. But when you got a horror film and you got a studio or the ratings board, oh, you best tone that down. That's a little bit too much. It's like, really? This is what you want to tone down? You want to release a horror movie, which you made, but the rating boards thinks it's too much. You have to turn the sound down. And you oblige. To me, that is just you bending over and them giving you one and being like, take it. That's exactly what that is. This is why I think it's really good now with Terrifier 3. They have done this. It's like, right, we're going out of our own way. We're going to finance, produce it, and we're going to market it and put it out there ourselves. And if you can do that, and this is it. This is exactly the payoff, which is absolutely just amazing. And Terrifier 3 is for all of us. Like I said, it's my favourite horror film of all time now, and it's my favourite film this year. If you are new, let us know down below as well. Did you see it? And enjoy the rest of your day.